Somos el barco, somos el mar. Yo navego en ti, tú navegas en mí. We are the boat, we are the sea. I sail in you, you sail in me. Thank you.
Well, it is Cinco de Mayo. And when I realized that in preparation for this talk, prior to that, I was like, what am I going to talk about? It could be prayer. And then I realized it was Cinco de Mayo. And with that, I knew what Cinco de Mayo meant. I knew what the history was. But what I asked myself was, what is it about the Mexican people that I love? I've been to Mexico many times, and family is so important, and festivity and color and reasons to get together for music and for food. And I thought, wow, that sounds like community. Today could be Cinco de Mayo, celebrating community. And then I came upon a passage I read from a professor of neuroscience at the Universidad de Monterrey. And her name is Nicole Fuentes. And in it, she describes a wonderful aspect of the Mexican people. Quote, Mexicans are overachievers in production of happiness. The Mexican recipe for happiness includes a large dose of social contact. Lots of social bonding, talking, laughing, joking. Families eat together, often including grandparents, sons, daughters, in-laws, grandchildren, cousins, etc. Friends at work eat together almost every day. Together is anything is an excuse for people to get together to watch soccer, football, barbecue with family and friends, and there's always music and beer and lots of jokes. Their keys to happiness are spending less time alone, laughing more, finding happiness in the little things, not glorifying being busy all the time, being humble and growing their circle of friends. Their happiness gets amplified when we're surrounded by people. These are wise words, and it makes me want to be Mexican because I want happiness. And one of the things that we can honor is the fact we are standing once on Mexican ground. And this very ground also became a republic. And in that we can stand in these principles and these values of community. And here we are today as contemporary Texans, opening ourselves to the community at large. The community right here and the community everywhere around us. So thank you, Nicole, for that. It's special when we can come upon wise words. And there are many wise words in our scripture. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 23. Peace be to the whole community and love with faith from God. So when we identify that we are one with others, we've found a tribe, we found a family, we found an extended group, and in that, we get to experience all the many reflections of God through everyone. In our oneness with each other, we are one in God. And that is celebrating community. Mitch Albom is a wonderful author. I love his books. And here he says, the way you get meaning into your life is to devote yourself to loving others. Devote yourself to your community around you. Devote yourself to creating something that gives you purpose and meaning. I have wonderful communities. There's a community that calls every morning at 7:50 as we at 8 o'clock read the prosperity prayer that has been going on for close to 5 years now. It's a wonderful community here in this church. What communities do you find that you reap great joy in being with?
People I work with.
The people you work with, yes.
Families.
Family, thank you. It's great to be with our community of our family. What else? The library, thank you. I love the men and women who are in the pool 5 days a week with me, moving, pushing water around my aqua community.
Senior center.
The senior center is wonderful community. Free lunch every day. The prayer chaplains and the board of trustees. Do you, friends. Did someone say Walmart? Thank you. Saves my life when my battery's empty. All I need to do is go to Walmart and my battery fills back up. I'm an extrovert, if you didn't know. But these very aspects of connecting with others, whether it's a new community or a long-standing community, where these are the places where we can add our energy, our creativity, our thoughts, our questions to who and what we are as a community. And as we commune with others and celebrate our time with others, what happens to us? We fill up. We're more satisfied. We're richly blessed. And I also learn about myself by listening to you. So it's a co-creative experience. And this is the value of celebrating our community and the fact that we are in community. Carlos Santana, great musician, was born and raised and got his introduction to music in Mexico. And he speaks of something that we can kind of connect with a song by a certain John Lennon that speaks of the very same thing. But this touches my heart so deeply. One day there will be no borders, no boundaries, no flags, no countries, and the only passport will be the heart. If we truly acknowledge this as a possibility, it's a worthy goal. Because there is no boundary in God, the divine, our divine nature. And from that spiritual level, we're all one. Which means if I do anything for you, I'm doing it to myself. And what does every border or boundary or separation do to our oneness with others? It cuts it off, separates us. And yes, it will be a long time before there's no borders. But humanity does grow and change. Millennia ago, Western Europe was a bunch of small fiefdoms fighting and killing each other all the time. And now they share the same money. If we choose to compromise, to open to others, to really listen to others, we realize there's not much difference between you and I. That very nature of being one with God is the very nature of being with you. So we can celebrate community by honoring the great value that each and every single life is. Not based on what language they speak, not based on what they wear, or what they eat, or what direction they turn to when they pray or think. Every living person. And in truth, if we're trying to, how do we get a picture of that oneness? Just think of that first picture from space of planet Earth. This beautiful, alive ball that's a speck in the universe. And on that speck is our oneness. So how can we incorporate celebrating that community to invite everyone to the table? Everyone to the meal. Everyone to share in the music. We are God's hands and God's feet. And the words that we say have impact and power. And in that, we are celebrating community. And our personal exploration this week calls to this. The first one, engage with others. If we engage with others, we've got a head start in learning something about their community and their family and what they do. Follow your interests. If you do what you like to do, you do what you're good at, you might find yourself sitting in a circle at the New Braunfels Library, knitting and crocheting with others. You might find yourself running and having others to run with. You might find others to go to dirty bingo with. The wise women can tell you about that. And that leads us to this next part. Have fun. There are so many ways to learn. The cosmic 2x4, not fun. Hard knocks, making a mess and making a mistake and learning from it. Valuable learnings, but I love to learn by having fun. I like to learn by laughing at myself. I love to learn by being present to the joy that is. Today's daily word is joy. The second one is volunteer. Helping others is a true path to forgetting about all your troubles. As soon as we help others, we are in the process of being present and realizing that all our stuff is not really that important. When we're zoomed in on it, and that's all that we can perceive, it seems like it's really big, but it's really small. And also, helping others gives us the opportunity to be in community. And number 3, take good care of yourself. There's no one else who's going to do it as well as you can do it. If you need more rest, get more rest. If you need exercise, get more exercise. If you need to write poetry because you need to put into words this flow of ideas and feeling in you, then write some poetry. We know what works for us. For some of us, it's a long, hot bath. For others, it might be just a quick shower. For others, it might be vegan food or meat and potatoes. Taking care of yourself is honoring this temple, this vessel that is the very presence of the divine. Every cell of our being is divine because there's no place where God is not. And in that, we are living, we're breathing, and we're taking the values of Cinco de Mayo and of the Mexican people and incorporating it in our heart as we celebrate community. Thank you.